Let's now get to Alicia Nieves, who's following another legal fight over President Trump's immigration policies. Alicia, today a third judge is going to take a look at the president's push to end birthright citizenship.
Yeah, good morning, Markie. These cases obviously continuing. Today's hearing in Boston is the third just this week, and it comes after a second federal judge blocked the policy change, putting it on hold indefinitely. Now, at the center of all of this is whether birthright citizenship is actually enshrined in the Constitution, essentially an interpretation disagreement of the 14th Amendment. And so far, judges appointed by both Republican and Democratic presidents say the 14th Amendment does grant pure birthright citizenship. In Seattle on Thursday, U.S. District Judge John Kuhnauer, a Reagan appointee, put an injunction on the president's order the day after a federal judge in Maryland also issued a nationwide pause. Now, Judge Kuhnauer accusing President Trump in his remarks of trying to change the Constitution, saying, quote, under the guise of an executive order. Now, Washington State Attorney General Nick Brown, part of the lawsuit there in that state, praising the judge's decision after he ruled that. Take a listen.
Time and time again, he's shown a disdain for the United States Constitution. I think the words from Judge Kuhnauer today were a reaffirmation from that. And that's just not my perspective. It's a Reagan-appointed judge showing the American people.
Yeah, and the executive order was set to go into effect on February 19th, but will remain blocked unless both courts now in Seattle and Maryland are overruled or they decide otherwise. They act as a redundancy for one another. Now, this is welcome news, obviously, for pregnant asylum seekers who are part of that Maryland case. Right now, Markie, more than 24 states and organizations are part of at least 9 different lawsuits challenging President Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship. Today's hearing in Boston, that expected to start at 10 a.m. Of course, we'll monitor it. And got to note, there's a fourth case on the horizon. That hearing scheduled on Monday in New Hampshire, Markie.
And Alicia, before I let you go, those federal judges say the 14th Amendment is clear. What's the White House's argument on this?
So it's really interesting because the Trump administration is specifically focusing on a 4-word phrase within the 14th Amendment, subject to the jurisdiction. The 14th Amendment reads, I want to read you it, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the states wherein they reside. The Trump administration is basically saying that this means people who are here illegally visiting or on a visa are not, quote, subject to the jurisdiction of the United States, and therefore their children are not citizens. So it may be an uphill fight for the Trump administration with a precedent set at the Supreme Court in this case more than a century ago, where the High Court ruled that children born to the U.S. To Chinese parents who were prohibited from becoming U.S. citizens at that time were citizens under the 14th Amendment. This case likely to go all the way up to the Supreme Court again, Markie.
Yeah, and we'll be following it every step of the way. Alicia, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.